the deadly impact of poor sleep on seniors over 70. What if something as simple as a poor night's sleep could quietly take years off your life? For many people over the age of 70, this isn't just a worry, it's a reality. And yet, sleep is often treated as a luxury rather than the lifeline it truly is. Today, I want to talk with you, heart to heart, about the deadly impact of poor sleep on seniors. We'll look at how restless nights don't just make you tired, they can change your brain, weaken your body, and slowly rob you of the vibrant years you deserve. So, let's take this journey together, gently, step by step. Point 1. Sleep and memory decline. Think about this. Have you ever walked into a room only to forget why you came in? For many seniors, these moments are brushed off as just aging. But poor sleep is often a silent thief stealing away memory. Take Margaret, a 74-year-old grandmother. She loved baking cookies with her grandchildren, but she began forgetting the recipes she'd made for decades. Her family thought dementia was setting in early. In truth, her brain was simply exhausted. Years of broken sleep had reduced her ability to store and recall memories. Sleep is when our brains file away information, like a diligent librarian sorting books. Without it, the shelves collapse into chaos. Point 2. Heart health at risk. When we think of heart problems, we often imagine diet or exercise. But few realize that sleepless nights are like tiny hammers pounding away at the heart. George, 78, a retired teacher, prided himself on staying active, yet his blood pressure spiked, and his doctor warned of heart failure. The culprit? Chronic insomnia. Each night, his heart never truly rested, and years of strain left scars that medicine alone could not erase. Poor sleep raises the risk of heart attacks and strokes, dangers that become especially deadly in later years. Point 3. Weakened immune system. Picture this. Your body is like a castle, with your immune system as the guards at the gate. Sleep is when the guards sharpen their swords and prepare for battle. But if you cut their rest short, they stumble, distracted, and weak. Eleanor, 72, loved volunteering at her local library. But colds lingered for weeks, and even a minor flu kept her bedridden. Doctors noted she wasn't sickly by nature. She was simply worn down by poor, restless sleep. Without proper rest, the immune system loses its edge, leaving seniors far more vulnerable to infections that, at younger ages, might have been brushed off. Point 4. Increased risk of falls and injuries. Sleep affects balance, coordination, and alertness. 3 things critical to staying safe as we age. Imagine waking in the night, groggy and unsteady, and heading to bathroom. For 70-year-old Robert, that moment ended in a devastating fall that broke his hip. His sleepless nights had dulled his reflexes, making him slower, less steady, and far more fragile. Falls are the leading cause of injury in seniors. And the sad truth? Many of these falls trace back to tired minds and tired bodies. Point 5. Emotional health and loneliness. Poor sleep doesn't just attack the body. It creeps into the heart and mind. Seniors who sleep poorly are more prone to depression, anxiety, and feelings of isolation. Let's return to Margaret, once cheerful. She began withdrawing from friends, no longer having the energy or clarity for social outings. The joy of connection faded. Why? Because she was running on empty night after night. Sleep nourishes emotional resilience. Without it, even the brightest personalities can sink into shadows. Point 6. shorten lifespan. This is perhaps the hardest truth of all. Numerous studies show that chronic poor sleep can literally shorten life expectancy. It's not dramatic. It doesn't happen overnight. It's slow, like a candle burning too fast because a flame is fed unevenly. Seniors over 70 who consistently sleep poorly face higher risks of death from heart disease, stroke, and weakened immunity. But here's the hope. Improving sleep, even later in life, has been shown to extend both the length and quality of life. Point 7. A chance for renewal. The story doesn't end with despair. There is hope. Seniors who take sleep seriously by creating calming routines, seeking medical guidance, and treating rest as sacred often find renewed energy and sharper minds, even in their later years. Take George again. With help, he adjusted his habits. Less caffeine, more evening walks, and a bedtime routine that calmed his heart. Within months, his blood pressure dropped, his mood lifted, and his nights grew gentler. It's never too late to reclaim the gift of sleep. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, ask yourself, am I giving my body and mind the rest they deserve? Sleep is not wasted time. It is life's most natural medicine. And for those over 70, it can mean the difference between decline and vitality, loneliness and joy, years lost and years gained. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you noticed how sleep affects your energy, your mood, or your memory? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story may inspire someone else. And if this video touched you, please like it, share it with friends or family who might need these words, and subscribe for more guidance on living well at every stage of life. Because the truth is simple. Peaceful sleep is a foundation for a longer, healthier, and happier life.